Hi, welcome to the Film Pigs on GeekNation, the only web series about the movies that dares ask hard-hitting questions like, hey, if that Lars von Trier is quitting drinking and making movies, what's he going to do with himself? He's going to have too much time on his hands, you guys.
That's not a good idea.
It's a bad idea. He should at least keep one of those habits.
Probably the drinking part.
Probably the drinking is probably a good one
one.
to go. I am your host this week, Todd Anderson. This is Film Pig Steve Skelton.
Hello.
This is Film Pig Stephen Falk. And this is our very special guest, Tony Todd.
I'm glad to be a part of the Film Pigs.
He is part of it. He's a film pig now.
Look at all that whole pork scotch up there.
If for some reason you don't know who he is, he's an actor.
Shame on you.
Shame on you, one. He's an actor. He's what they call an icon of the horror genre.
I fly by the seat of my pants.
He flies by the seat of his pants. He was
Frequent flyer miles.
Right.
On Pants Airlines.
He's done so much stuff. He was in Platoon. He was in Candyman. He's Candyman. He was in all those Final Destination
Don't say
movies.
it 5 times.
Yes, thank you for the right number.
He was in the Hatchet movies. He played a mercenary who hated Elton John and The Rock. He's done all this stuff.
But to be honest, Elton John is on one of my continuous play loops in my car. I
So-
have 55 Elton John songs just back to back.
That's how good an actor you
Everyone
are, I
except
believe.
for Rocket Man.
You don't like Rocket Man.
Rock's a lie.
Yeah, The Rock is a lie.
Oh, God.
Speaking of The Rock, he was also on an episode of a show called Cop Rock that was on TV.
That's obscure.
That was the best.
pretty
Come on,
damn
it's the
obscure.
best TV show that was a hard-boiled cop
to make
drama
a
with
weekly
music.
musical based on, cops and robbers.
Yeah, it was great.
How could it fail?
Yeah,
it
was yeah.
Not in the
But
90s.
anyway, Cop Rock. That brings us to popcorn.
Popcorn.
Popcorn, thank you, sir.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Awesome. Look at the smell of that terrifically terrible single malt.
Now we're going to do this thing on the show we always do called Rash Judgments. So there's all these movies opening this weekend. What do you go see? How do you know what to see? Well, you just ask us. We'll tell you. We haven't seen the movies, but it doesn't matter. This is the internet. We get to have opinions about stuff we don't know anything about. Who cares? Who cares?
Exactly.
That's how the internet works. So let's start with Steve Skelton. Steve Skelton, what's your rash judgment?
Oh, you guys, my rash judgment is for a movie called Exodus: Batman vs Superman.
Is there a colon?
Whoa, is that an animation?
I think it's. Oh no, it's. I'm sorry, it's Gods and Kings. It's Exodus. It's just Batman's in it. It's
wow.
Batman the character?
Christian Bale as Moses.
Ah.
It's Ridley Scott's Bible
that
epic.
thing. Yeah.
Saw
a couple trailers.
Yeah, it looks like really
looks epic.
expensive. It does look very epic. It looks very epic.
That was the one they had the controversy about. Should there have been more color representation in the film, since it was
Oh,
Egypt?
really? That's a good point.
right.
Yeah, and Christian Bale, not exactly.
And didn't Rupert Murdoch say, since when have the Egyptians not been
did
white?
say that.
Did he really? Like without irony?
No.
Oh my God.
No, he said it because he's a rich old racist.
But anyway, it's Gods and Kings
Yeah, Gods and Kings and
saving the world again.
yeah, Ridley Scott Bible epic. It looks like it's hewing a bit more to the source material than Darren Aronofsky's Bible epic than Noah. I don't think there's giant rock monsters.
Then why would I go see this?
It does look pretty spectacular, and some of like the big historical Ridley Scott epics I kind of like
Kingdom of Heaven?
Kingdom of Heaven. I actually
Alright.
enjoyed that on the epic scope. So I don't know. That's looks big enough maybe to check out in the theaters.
If you like a lot of things fighting in computers, you might want to see
Computer
this.
fighting.
Yeah.
Do you predict a number one this weekend for that?
That's a good
Yeah,
question.
what's out right now? I think it has. Actually, I think it
Doesn't
has a
matter what's
chance.
out
I think
right
it has.
now.
I think it has a good chance
Yeah.
because it looks pretty.
Well, let's talk about what else it's up against. Steve Falk, what's your rash judgment?
Do you like film festival darlings? Do you like movies crammed with 100 comedians all in the same movie? Then you might like Top 5. Now, this is Chris Rock's Toronto Film Festival darling. He wrote it, he directed it. It's very meta. It's about a stand-up who's a little washed up. Not that he is, but that's his character, who wants to be taken seriously as an actor. So he gets in a Haitian slave rebellion movie. Meanwhile, his girlfriend, his fiance, wants to get married. She's a reality TV star, so she wants to get married on camera. And he's trying to figure things out. He goes back home and hangs out with Cedric the Entertainer and Tracy Morgan. and a bunch of people like that, and they talk about funny stuff. The critics loved it. It has like 93% fresh on whatever, Rotten Tomatoes.
Good.
Or Metacritic or whatever. I think it looks interesting. I think Chris Rock is not the greatest actor, but playing something so close to himself, it may actually work. So there's a lot of goodwill for Chris Rock. He's really, really funny and opinionated. So top 5. Let's go see it.
Wow.
Why not?
We're 2 for 2. Let's go to Tony Todd.
Yeah, well, my grab for the week is Inherent Vice. I was looking for the Ralph Macchio story, but it's not in development yet. But anyway, Inherent Vice is like a kind of, I think it's going to be like a, sort of a Boogie Nights, but more hippish guys wearing floppy hats and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, I went to the Rex Reed School of Dramatic Criticism. So I'm going to say that floppy, luscious, purple hats, a darling of the cinema, must see. It's a P.T. Anderson film, so that counts for something. There you go with that reference. But I think I'm down for a little Inherent Vice any chance I can get it.
All right. Holy crap, you guys! It's 3 for 3. Now that you've heard all these, what do you
Cinema's
think? Is
king.
Gods and Kings going to be number 1 over top 5 and Inherent Vice? Oh, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
got
so.
the budget.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But
I love it's a darling film, but darlings don't go.
No, small releases.
Yeah.
I saw Rex Reed in the bathroom at the Public a couple weeks ago.
How was that?
Seeing a play.
In New York? Yeah, no kidding.
Precinct Theater.
You saw him in a bathroom, huh?
Yeah, I did.
How was that?
Oh, it was good. It was good.
You had a good time?
Yeah, I didn't ask him if he liked the play afterwards, but
Okay.
I'll probably read about it.
Yeah, he's probably sick of hearing the
He says
question.
those one statement.
He does. You're
criticisms.
absolutely right.
Dynamite, terrific.
Dynamite. Yeah.
Exquisite.
Yeah. Exquisite.
No offense.
Inherent.
Inherent Vice.
Well, there you have it. You guys, you have a lot of movies to go see this weekend at the theater, so get out and see them.
And catch up on your backlog, because there's still some good things floating around
Yeah,
there for your
there's old
Academy
stuff.
consideration.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
The Academy.
Exactly. So, if you go on IMDb and you look up Tony Todd, at the top of the like what he's doing, there's
Which is
20.
a lot.
There's
I
20.
looked at it.
Well,
But
187.
Yeah.
But including the thing I was
187.
supposed to do today, I don't want to pull anything out of line, but I'm an actor who likes to prepare. I just spend weeks of my material. Just because there are subtexts and things that you discover. So,
Sure.
The more you read it, the more you understand the cosmic position.
Not
of
me,
things.
but probably someone else.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Someone
You are
smart.
a show.
And sometimes you're just
But
blindsided by a
just as
job.
long as you guys give me another opportunity where I can, bring some Ralph Macchio to this thing.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll explain what he's talking about later. But before we do, if you go on his IMDb
No
page,
explanation necessary.
you can see that there are 20 upcoming projects. 20 upcoming projects.
But you can't believe half of what IMDb says. So maybe 50% of that is
Yeah,
accurate.
but 10, that's still impressive.
But we've got no upcoming projects listed, so that's big time.
Yeah, I don't have any upcoming projects.
Yeah.
But he's got 20.
You work all the
and
time,
we
stop.
have a trailer for one that's not even listed on IMDb.
Oh my God,
Why-
you guys didn't find that?
Yeah, we found
Oh
it.
God,
We
I did that
found
film.
it.
It wasn't even SAG low modified. It was SAG lowly modified, where they asked me to take $25 a day, and I was in a crunch. So I said, okay, for Butterfingers,
All right.
in a percentage.
Well,
And lollipops.
we
lollipops.
unearthed it, so we're going to show it to you right now, guys. Do you have the thing?
Yeah, what do you think
Do
we
you have the
should do
thing?
that
What
You
thing?
get the thing.
I don't know what
Ready?
thing you're
Ready?
talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
homie.
Yeah.
Roll it! Roll it!
Roll it.
That's it. My last archaeology class for the year. Now it's time for a summer of research, Janice.
Being your research assistant has been the highlight of my career.
Just look at those phenomenal pyramids, Janice. Who knows what amazing discoveries lie within?
Professor, I missed you at the airport.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Travis Bunt, U.S. Embassy. You have to get out of Egypt right now.
This is outrageous. The professor is a world-renowned archaeologist. He's here to examine the pyramids.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And what happened the last time you were here?
No, that wasn't my fault.
Yeah, you unleashed a very angry mummy and the worst sandstorm Cairo's seen in 100 years.
That tomb was cursed.
Yeah, and what was the warning you translated above the entrance before you went inside?
Do not enter, this tomb is cursed. Well, wait a minute, they all say that.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Really?
Mayan ruins. Breathtaking.
Yes, Janice. It's a temple full of mysteries waiting for us to unlock them, and we're going to uncover the truth.
Professor, wow, you guys are really good at sneaking out of airports. Kent Weatherby, U.S. Embassy.
Come on, man, not again.
Sorry, Professor, the government of Belize wants you out.
Why? I just got here.
Yeah, but when you were in Honduras last year, you opened that temple with the vampire lizard man, cursed to live forever in the sealed labyrinth.
He wasn't a vampire. He just liked blood a lot.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure the temple had a warning on the outside.
Be warned, curse ancient evil resides within. But they all say that!
Anyway, how about I give you all a lift to the airport?
Things should be different here, Janice. We can continue with our studies about any governmental interference and continue for our search of unexplained mysteries in the obelisk buried within.
Oh, sounds fascinating.
Yes, it is.
And I'm not as cold as I thought I'd be.
Professor, I'm going to have to ask you to stop right there.
General Marsh, it's so good to see you. I would have thought you'd welcome my expertise.
You're kidding, right? Like last time?
I seem to remember to be the one that deciphered the language of that alien space case.
You're also the one who was sent halfway across the galaxy, entered an alien crypt, and brought back a life force destroying space phantom.
You never told me about this.
It was classified.
And remind me again what the encryption above the alien crypt door was?
Beware. There's a curse sitting upon the maligned demon that resides within. I mean, but they always say that. There's almost never a curse.
There's always a curse! Always!
I think I'm going to lose a lot of grant money.
Oh, there it is. What a picture.
So $25 a day.
That's what that'll do you. I'm in the middle of finding new agency right now. I'm keeping my same manager of 20 years, but barely. Man up!
It's interesting
liked
though,
it.
like how many. There's so many curses. in
There's
the
a lot
world,
of curses.
though.
There are a lot
You
of
go anywhere
curses
you go, there's
everywhere.
a curse.
Don't believe any of them.
I feel like there was some sexual subtext between the professor and his
Janice.
sister.
See, that's easy. That's coming from your days of watching Gilligan's Island, I think.
Yes.
I mean, we all had a thing for
Professor.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody liked the professor.
and Marianne.
And just to address what he said before we watched the trailer, he, due to communication breakdown.
No. There should be no. There should be no blame affixed. I will fix this tomorrow with my new agency. There is no problem. I received the material in a timely manner. Like when I walked in the fucking building.
He had no idea there was going to be a scripted part of the show.
Hell no.
He thought it was all improv.
Well, all day long I was thinking of an improv character, but totally did not fit
shit,
with an
let's do that.
archaeologist.
He prepared. Yeah, let's just shoot that.
And this was Todd's fault.
This is
No,
entirely
it's
my
nobody's fault.
And my email's problem.
I would like to say I get
Claire,
the
was it
scripts.
your fault?
I get the scripts weeks in advance.
Oh my God!
And I am nowhere as
Outrageous!
good as him.
Outrageous! And you came in letter perfect. That explains it. Oh my God.
So now that you know the behind the scenes about that trailer we threw together, we're gonna.
But it looks good. What is the name of that film anyway? They never told me.
The
That
Archaeologist.
makes sense.
Makes sense.
It's tagline. It's always a curse.
It's always a curse.
always a curse.
Yeah.
So I would like to thank Steve Skelton for doing the show,
Steve,
and
thank
Steve
you.
Falk
Oh,
for
thanks.
doing the
Thank
show.
Thank you.
Wonderful to meet you
I'm
both.
your host, Todd Anderson. I would like to thank our very special guest, Tony Todd, for
thank you,
showing
guys.
up
Thank you.
and doing all this craziness
And not walking out the
complaining.
freaking door.
He didn't walk out. He didn't hit anybody.
I didn't.
He didn't
I tore up
throw
the script.
anything.
I tore up the script at the very end just before the last take.
He
That was
waited.
insulting.
In fairness, he only didn't walk out because it's a terrible neighborhood.
Yes. And I need an escort to my car.
We can't afford one, Tony. You're on your own,
I'm
pal.
on my own. No wonder I wore my sneakers.
Kudos to Tony for doing this, and I'd like to thank my wife Hillary. Come on,
Hillary.
come on.
Come on and enter the
This is
fray.
Hillary Anderson. She played Janice.
Here we go. The lovely
anything.
Janice. Hi, Janice.
Oh my God,
Taking
get
your
a
wife
room.
with me on the way home. Okay, that was
She's
my
like,
$25
that was
per
your-
day.
that's-
First
He gets
price.
my wife.
You better get something out of this
Yes,
game.
please.
He gets her for like a week.
It's like an indecent proposal.
It's a
Awesome.
weird thing.
Decent per diem.
Thank you. Where is my per diem?
That you, oh my God.
Oh, yes. Extra per
I
diem.
hope you got change for a
budget.
cheeseburger.
Hillary per diem
Burrito in this
Anderson.
neighborhood.
D. Anderson.
So before this completely falls apart, until next time the concession stand is closed due to health code violations.
Oh, God.
Bye, everybody.
Wait
Enjoy
a
your
minute.
movies and your
Wait a
popcorn.
minute. There is a cockroach in my scotch.
Oh my God.
That's a bonus. That's good
That's a
luck.
bonus.
Yeah, that's good luck.
It's like a tequila worm.
Yeah,
You're used to insects in your mouth. Bees.
Bees. Bees are technically not insects, my young man.
you just
You got Tony Todd. Bye, everybody.
Bye.